Hello, this is Ruth Bonetti, and I'm telling you some rather sad, sordid, heartfelt, memorable times that I experienced as a youngster when I came down from the outback, 1,000 miles northwest of Brisbane, where I was undergoing correspondence school, which of course was very relaxed, and then catapulted into the big school, Ironside State School in St Lucia, Brisbane. And I'm going to read a little bit of this for you. It's time to face the ordeal of a city primary school. My brothers tease me with harrowing stories about discipline and the cane, this formidable instrument of discipline or torture, is wielded by the fearsome headmaster, Mr. Murray, otherwise known as Mr. Mo, or just Mo. I'm warned to stay clear of children who chant in the playground, Uncle Mo with the 40-foot toe, in case I get the cuts. Girls might escape the cane, but not wooden rulers on hands. Mr. Murray is a freak, over 2 meters tall, and most of it spindly legs, like a praying mantis. We have seen him driving his brown Vauxhall around the suburb, compressed in it with knees higher than the steering wheel. The first morning I awake with my stomach a mess of fear. I don my uniform of white blouse and grey cotton pinafore and sandals. We pack my brown cardboard port, we call them, with a handkerchief, an apple for little lunch, and a Vegemite sandwich, wrapped in greaseproof paper for big lunch. I'll edit a little bit out. We all assemble on the large front parade in lines radiating from the flagpole. The deputy principal shouts, "Parade, attention!" And we snap to command for the national anthem. We place hands on hearts and look to the flagpole as God Save the Queen blares forth. I'm allocated into a class of 40 children who chatter and giggle and poke out tongues. We march into class to wheezes of Colonel Bogey. Piped through a loudspeaker. Straight after roll call, we chant spelling and times table by rote. Then comes the ordeal of arithmetic. Again, I'll miss some. Just before little lunch, class monitors are sent to fetch the crate of glass milk bottles. The contents are warm from the sun rather than the cow. During little lunch and big lunch, strange, jeering children terrify me. Like dogs and horses, they sense my fear. Rather than brave the hopscotch or jungle gym climbing frame and swings, I find sanctuary in the toilet block. Or I wander around the vast asphalt oval, throwing listless throws, swings of my yo-go. I'll try that again. I wander round the vast asphalt oval, throwing listless swings of my yo-yo. Blame the yo-go for the typo. I wear that vacant fixed smile of the loner that says, "I'm fine, quite happy by myself, thank you." Marauding Mr. Mo prowls through the playgrounds, his eyes vigilant behind magnified, thick-lensed glasses. It's whispered that one day he pounced on a small lad for dropping litter. The child escaped between his stick legs. During class, arithmetic is torment. The staccato orders of, "Answer down, hands on heads, answer down," paralyse my brain. I keep scribbling after the volley fire, second command, still dinosaur legs bear down on me. Mr. Murray's maniacal hand pounces. Freakish long arms lift me aloft by my collar. I flinched from his yellow parchment skin and hot sour breath, and tuba bellowed rebuke that was. My mind has been a blank on arithmetic since. I will hear later that John Murray's sadistic behaviour and use of the cane derived from his experiences in prisoner of war camps on the Burmese railway. Newly returned from World War II, he is headmaster from 1946 to 1964. By that time, when I leave for high school, there are 114 students, 1,114 students, a fearsome cohort. After a torrid day at Ironside State School, I seek haven in a red brocade armchair in the big house. Grandad juggles me on his pneumatic lap and croons Rita Rita Ranka, Hästen hette Blanka, a Swedish nursery song about a horse called Blanka. And I'll tell you more in this book about Grandad and his exit. Here's Grandad as a grown man, and I'll tell you more next time, how he migrated from Finland to escape conscription in the Russian army. But he spoke Swedish. He was a Finland Swede. He built the big house, the Art Deco house on Håkan Drive, St. Lucia. I'll tell you more in further videos, or else read the book. He soothes my shattered self-esteem by calling me his bestest little girl. Later I realize so are all his granddaughters. But the words pour balm into my troubled little soul. And you can read more about how that shy girl who hung out in the bathrooms because she didn't think anybody wanted to talk to her, let alone listen to her, even through high school at Somerville House High School in Brisbane, how that turned around through finding my voice, first through music and then through speaking, and now I enjoy communicating through words and music. Look out for my books, there's quite a few of them. ruthbonetti.com. Check out my Facebook music page, books page, what else have I got, speaking page, and also like me on YouTube and follow. And if you would like copies of the books, the usual platforms like Booktopia, Amazon, Goodreads, ebooks, and so on. So I hope you enjoy them, and I'll tell you more about my journeys in music. Thank you for listening. Bye.